the only inaccessible part or a part that I struggled with in this film was the language.
I remember मेरे दोस्त न्यूयॉर्क में बैठे हुए वो लोग अपनी फोटो में भेज रहे हैं कि देखो आज हम हीरा मंडी बन के जा रहे हैं, तवाइफे बन के जा रहे हैं और हमारे पति साहब बन के जा रहे हैं for a party.
Right now, the reality of romance has changed.
Yeah.
It's either toxic or it's either
Very
like situational. Like, let's make out first, let's discover that we really like each other.
Fortunately, I've had the privilege of working with a lot of female directors. Even in the roles of extremely difficult men, there was a certain kind of softness that they wrote. But the gaze was very feminine.
Yeah.
When people, they're boys.
Yeah.
We don't see men.
Yeah.
Okay, and Vijay in this film, has that, and I think that's why we also thought of Vijay, because Vijay has this very young man quality about him.
Hey guys, my name is Shravan Shah and welcome to Varinder Chawla's page. On today's episode, we're going to be having a chat with somebody, who's bringing their film, which I genuinely love a lot, presenting the makers and cast of Gustakish. What's up, guys? How are you guys doing?
You have to answer in this pitch. Okay.
Now you know what you meant when I said.
What's the tone of the interview? We answer.
No.
Are we about to talk like this?
Yes!
You heard us talk!
We will talk like this now.
What I'm saying is, I will bring it down, guys. Calm down. Okay. First of all, guys, congratulations to all three of you all. Love the trailer of Gustakish.
Thank you.
And when I watched it, the kind of feeling that I got from the trailer was, it's giving very 90s. It's giving very soft love, and
The film is based in 1998.
Oh wow, cute. So that is the feeling that it gave me. Okay. Now, when I watch a trailer like this, I always revisit all the films that I watch about cinema, and Vibhu, this one's for you. Do you think Indian cinema today is losing the grammar of depiction of love that we had? Go for it. I know it's a heavy one.
I'm not an authority on it. As an audience or probably as a vivid watcher, I think romance has slowly gotten into the margins of our films. वो जैसे इश्तिहार होते हैं ना, छोटे छोटे साइड में कहीं पे आ जाते हैं, फोर्थ पेज पे. It's all become so much of action. Everyone is trying to hit a बड़ा फिल्म बनाना.
Also anger, right?
So much of anger, so much of vented anger. But at the end of the day, मुझे यही लगता है कि यार जिंदगी में आप everybody, आपने हो सकता है शायद किसी को ना मारा हो सकता है मारा हो 100 लोगों को.
Fair.
100 out of 100 people में से शायद 10 लोगों ने 100 लोगों को मारा होगा, बाकी शायद किसी ने 1-2 0 को मारा होगा, लेकिन 100 में से 100 ने प्यार जरूर किया होगा.
Facts only.
So if romance is such an important integral part of our lives, why should it not be an integral part of our films?
Absolutely.
Why do we go watch films? We go and watch films for our own dreams and fantasies. What didn't happen to us, and we thought, यार ये मेरे साथ हो जाता कितना अच्छा होता. यार ये मैं हूँ. कहीं ना कहीं मैं ऐसा दिखता था, मैं ऐसा लगता था, मैं ऐसा चलता था, मुझे कपड़े अच्छे लग रहे, मुझे कपड़े पहनने हैं. Cinema is when you go out and watch your own self in that one dark room with complete strangers, utter strangers. You cry with them. You laugh with them. That is life. हम जिंदगी में आते हैं, हमें कोई किसी को नहीं जानते, सब स्ट्रेंजर्स हैं. हम यहीं पे मिलते हैं, हंसते हैं, रोते हैं, फिर चले जाते हैं. वही सिनेमा है. उसी के अंदर आपको खूबसूरती दिखती है, प्यार होता है, मोहब्बत होती है, नफरत होती है, दिल टूटता है, वापस दिल जुड़ता है, सब कुछ होता है. वही सिनेमा है. हमारा सिनेमा अब हम इतना छोटा क्यों कर रहे हैं कि सिर्फ मैंने दुनिया बचा ली, मैंने इसको हरा दिया,
मैंने सेवियर सिंड्रोम हो गया ना.
क्यों? Because life is not about great things. Life is about small things and making them great. आपको वो याद रखना बहुत जरूरी है कि अरे यार वो जब मैं पहली बार उधर गया था तो मुझे कैसा लगा था.
That feeling.
हम में से कितने लोग 0.0001% भी दुनिया नहीं बचा रहे. कोई नहीं बचा रहा दुनिया, लेकिन सिनेमा में हर कोई दुनिया बचा रहा है. लेकिन सबका दिल टूट रहा है, सबके साथ कुछ ना कुछ छोटी स्ट्रगल है, अपनी एक स्ट्रगल है, जिंदगी जीने की हर रोज की स्ट्रगल है. एक गरीब की भी है, एक अमीर की भी है, सबकी स्ट्रगल है अपने अपने काम में. वो हमारी फिल्मों में क्यों नहीं आती? हमारी फिल्में और हमारा सिनेमा और हमारी जिंदगी जुड़ क्यों नहीं जाते? तो वही सब सोच के, मतलब मुझे तो वही लगता है कि सिनेमा तो वही होता है.
And I think you've put that in Gustakish, I feel like.
बिल्कुल.
Vijay, to what he said, and this is something you also said at the trailer launch, that because cinema has become so much about larger than life things and savior syndrome, life is about small things, and I think that that's what you said at the trailer. From playing and essaying the role of a messy Indian man on screen to now a romantic. Okay, when you are showcasing love or heartbreak on screen, is it a journey that you look inwards, or do you depend massively on your director?
I try to look at all my characters and see what is it about this character that I can go inward in, that I have access to, and then there are characters which I have completely no access to because character in The Hard is a serial killer.
Yeah, which you are not.
No, I mean the sickness or the psychosis is something that I don't have access to, but I have information about it.
Yeah.
So then you play out because you're an actor. But for romance, everybody has access. Who's not fallen in love? Who's not had their hearts completely laid bare and been broken and being tended and been cared for, and the mushy feeling, the soft cotton that your heart becomes, soaks everything in.
Yeah.
You know, that's all there. And also it's a beautiful teacher and a student relationship, which again, I'm a student of life. I have been student of acting. I really get inspired by people who are doing better than me, who know more than me, who have wisdom. So these are the parts that were accessible to me. The only inaccessible part, or a part that I struggled with in this film, was the language. विभू ने इतनी खूबसूरती से इसके डायलॉग लिखे हैं जो हम चाहते हैं कि हम आम जिंदगी में इस तरह की भाषा का इस्तेमाल करें, लेकिन हमारे पास इतनी वोकैबुलरी नहीं है, इतनी समझ नहीं है, या हम वो भूल चुके हैं.
But you never know that after Gustakish, people that might become a part of pop culture.
Yeah.
Because that's what cinema does, right?
Yeah, I think anything that has been part of our history, been part of our nostalgia, is making a major comeback right now.
Yeah.
So I feel like इसमें भाषा का इतना बड़ा योगदान है कि I won't be surprised if tomorrow people start using like which happened with Hira Mandi also.
Exactly.
भाषा का वापस एक
मुझे याद है कि जब हीरा मंडी किया था हम लोगों ने, तो मेरे पास एक न्यूज़ रिपोर्टर आए एंड उन्होंने मेरे को डेटा दिया वेयर ऑन साइट्स लाइक मिंत्रा एंड अमेजोन द सेल्स ऑफ अनारकली सूट्स had gone up by 4 times.
Whoa.
You know? Yeah. And I was like, is there a correlation? They said, of course, there has to be some sort of a correlation. आप वापस पब्लिक कल्चर में, पॉप कल्चर में वो जबान लेके आ रहे हैं, वो तहजीब लेके आ रहे हैं, वो कपड़े लेके आ रहे हैं, वो स्टाइल लेके आ रहे हैं. आई रिमेंबर मेरे दोस्त न्यूयॉर्क में बैठे हुए, वो लोग अपनी फोटो में भेज रहे हैं कि देखो आज हम हीरा मंडी बन के जा रहे हैं, तवाइफे बन के जा रहे हैं, और हमारे पति साहब बन के जा रहे हैं फॉर अ पार्टी. पार्टी. हम लोगों को वी आर ऑल डाइंग टू हमारे अंदर जो छोटी छोटी चीजें हैं उनको खरीदने की हम कोशिश कर रहे हैं. ये फिल्म वही है कि आपको एक नई दुनिया दिखा रही है. सिनेमा इज ऑलवेज अबाउट न्यू वर्ल्ड. आपको और कुछ याद नहीं रहता, किरदार याद रहते हैं और वो वर्ल्ड याद रहता है ना. तो हम लोग वही कोशिश कर रहे हैं कि शायद वापसी होगी पॉप कल्चर में. यू नो, जैसे जिस किस्म के कपड़े हम लोगों ने, मनीष ने हमें, he's pushed us into this beautiful world. I remember, I must tell you this also, my mother called me up the other day and she said that please tell Manish that she's 75. She said, I want to wear all those dupattas. इतने सुंदर दुपट्टे बनाए हैं उन्होंने. I said, I'll surely. Because मैं कह रहा हूँ कि हमारी जिंदगी ना इतनी आम होती जा रही है. इतना डिजाइन, कल्चर, everything has become like functional.
Yeah.
Culture से निकल के हम functionality पे आ गए. This film is just going back, taking you back to your roots, to your love.
To Manish, you know, to what he said, and that was another thing that, you know, I was reminded of after I watched the trailer, is I remember that after Fana released, I have quoted the line, तेरे दिल में मेरे सांसों को फना मिल जाए, तेरे इश्क में मेरी जा फना हो जाए. And I see that happening with Gustakish because of the dialogue delivery in it, okay? You've dressed up and you've styled romance on screen for years now, right? What do you think is audience's idea of romance on celluloid today?
Well, I think, honestly, there isn't any romance anymore on screen. And I think that's also got to do with the culture of today, which is like you meet and the first thing you do is, you know, probably you make out and then you discover, you know, people later. I think it's changed.
Yeah.
And there's a whole thought process which has changed. There's a whole generation which has changed. And which is what I think is the culture of today. So whenever you are showing the Tehra or that beautiful romance, it goes into period, right? So in our case, we've gone into the 90s, because in the 90s, if you see, I always feel films always project what is the reality.
True.
And right now, the reality of romance has changed.
Yeah.
It's either toxic, or it's either
Very
situational. Like, let's make out first, let's discover that we really like each other, and let's move on to, you know, it's more that. It's not even about like, let me
Get to know you.
Get to know you. So what I hope, and I think we are very attracted to this kind of the dialogues, the romance, because we come from the 90s, right? I'm brought up on the 70s cinema, and which is all about music and its simplicity, right? There was not that much of questioning either. Today there's so much of questioning. Why did this person say this? Why did you say that? It's like, why have you touched up a picture? There's just too much questioning. And so we're forgetting to just enjoy. It's like how you enjoy a cup of tea in the morning, or maybe a coffee, or maybe a good meal, or or a good book. You just enjoy. So I think Gustakh Ishq is made with that thought and love for cinema, and it's a simple film, which has nuances which are simple. So there is nothing that happens which is over dramatic in the film. Yet there are moments, because I think life is all about simplicity as well. It's the simple moments give you joy. And the film is joyous. The film has its own emotion, and it's got its own emotional baggage as well. The characters have it. But I just hope that more romantic films come out after this, because, and so that today's culture also kind of, today's also people say, okay, there is what is happening today, but there is also this. And it's that's what one hopes.
Nice. To what he was talking about, do you think also as when men are portrayed on screen, do you think today when Indian men are written for shows or films, somewhere there is a lack of writing softness in them?
Well, one thing I want to say here is that today when people, they're boys. We don't see men. Okay. And Vijay in this film, has that, and I think that's why we also thought of Vijay, because Vijay has this very young man quality about him. Even in his look, it's his height, it's the way he is. There's a certain modern and contemporariness, but still there is somewhere a maturity. I don't know why. He reflects that even in his personality. And I think Papan in this film, the character that Vijay plays, is a young man. So it's also bringing back on screen the man hero. Like what Shah Rukh did with in the 90s.
Absolutely.
But I think otherwise you see only boys today. Everything is a boy and a girl. It's not a young man and a young woman. So that's
very well said. Thank you. Yes, sir. Go for it.
Sorry, I
forgot. मैंने पूछा था. The image जो आजकल
softness की जा रही है. Fortunately, I have had the privilege of working with a lot of female directors. Even in the roles of extremely difficult men, there was a certain kind of softness that they wrote. But the gaze was very feminine. Zoya in Gully Boy, Reema in The Hard, Jasmeet in Darlings, and several others. So I feel like it's not to do with the softness, it's to do with the realness. Like how, when you go out and do something, like for instance in IC-814, here's a pilot who went through a very tough 7 days. He rescued the hijacked plane. But nowhere you see him doing a very like chest thumping version of a savior.
Get it.
So I've been fortunate enough to just play a person who's doing what he's supposed to do. And आप अपना काम sincerity से करते हो तो उसमें एक softness होती ही है. इस किरदार में तो मेरे ख्याल से softness के अलावा एक realness है, एक grey भी है. Sometimes love comes at a cost. It comes at a cost of your ambition, it comes at a cost of your survival, it comes at a cost of you losing a certain part of yourself or your identity. So all those themes are also explored. You have to pay a price for love to happen. इस फिल्म में उसको भी एक्सप्लोर किया है.
कई बार ये सब प्राइस पे करने के बाद भी मोहब्बत नहीं मिल पाती, पूरी नहीं होती, मुकम्मल नहीं होती, पर वो भी जिंदगी है. बट गोइंग अबाउट एंड सेइंग द सेम, जो विजय का किरदार है इस फिल्म के अंदर, वो सो एज टू से मैन इज नॉट अबाउट गोइंग आउट एंड डूइंग थिंग्स, इट्स अबाउट taking charge and that decision. You know, also about women so as to say, but जो हम लोगों की फिल्मों में ना अभी मैन सिर्फ ये हो गया कि जो करता है, जो मार के आ गया, जिसने उखाड़ दिया, पर ये वो इंसान है जिसने कुछ फिल्म जब आप देखेंगे तो आपको मालूम चलेगा कि वो कुछ ऐसी चीज़ करता है जाके जो आप कभी सोच भी नहीं सकते क्लाइमैक्स के अंदर, you know, पर ये उस किरदार की इंटेंसिटी है जो विजय के अंदर कमाल है. He's got a great gait, like a big, you know, tall and lovely, but he's got a very innocent and charming heart. जो पप्पन का है. एंड कहीं ना कहीं ये भी हुआ यार, हम लोग लिखते किरदार हैं और मेरे साथ लिखते हुए हमेशा ये होता है कि मैं कभी सोचता नहीं हूँ कौन एक्टर बने लेके आएगा, क्योंकि वो जब एक्टर आता है ना वो इतना खूबसूरत उसको कर देता है, ही मेक्स इट हिज ओन. एंड दैट्स द चार्म ऑफ वर्किंग विद से समबडी लाइक अ विजय. कि जो विजय ने पप्पन प्ले करा और जो मैंने लिखा शायद उसमें फ़र्क होगा, लेकिन मुझे लगता है कि यार विजय ने मुझे इतना कन्विंस कर दिया विद हिज पप्पन कि मुझे मेरा पप्पन पता ही नहीं है, मतलब यही तो पप्पन है और कौन हो सकता है.
Very well said. To what you said before this, that you know, cinema and the idea of romance has changed, right? But with you producing this, does now being a producer, does it make you fearless or does it make you responsible?
Well, I've always been fearless, even in my career, because I haven't studied fashion. And I haven't studied anything actually, because I was such a bad student. I only watched movies. It's like that quote that they actually said about a director that they only went to the movies. So I actually only went to the movies.
That was your school, that was your temple.
That was my thing. Right? So because I don't come from a technical knowledge, and I've always learned on the job, so I'm fearless in that sense. See, I'm also brought up on the 70s movies, like I mentioned. So I like that simple romance. And maybe that is the reason that I was attracted to this subject. Maybe another producer who wants to make just a type of films might not.
Fair.
Right? So it's a risk in today's time. But I think I've never feared from risk. I've always followed hard.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Let's go, yeah. Literally, always it's let's go, let's go, let's go. And I think that is why I'm busy since 35 years, over busy, right? Always coping up. I think that's the day I like. Just yesterday, only a friend of mine said that, oh, I'm just waking up, it's 11:30, 12, and I was like, oh my God, man, half the day is over.
Half the day is over.
And, you know, so as a producer, I want to also produce different kind of movies. And so actually the first film that I started was Sali Mohabbat, which discussed directing, and because when I heard the script, it's a thriller. And very different from what I would do, what people would expect out of me. The second film is again emotional film. It's got a bit of an LGBT angle, which I wanted to say, okay, it's again a very different story. And when Gustakish came to me, and I actually different in that sense that I started reading a script and I started imagining actors. I think because I've worked so closely with actors all my life, that I actually started immediately thinking, ye role mein ye hoga, ye role mein ye hoga, you know, that kind of thing. So I thought as a producer, it would be nice for me to back a film which speaks about a simple romance and a beautiful romance, right? Like, for example, like I would love to make a mythology. I would love to make classics like Guide. I would love to make V. Shantaram's films. Like there's a beautiful film called Pijra.
Of course.
Then there's a lovely film of his called Chandanacha Choli Angang Jale. I mean, those are films that I would love to make, you know.
I'm so
and so they're different.
Marathi films you're talking about.
Pijra, I love Pijra is a classic.
Outstanding film.
Outstanding, it's a classic. So I would love to make Guide. It's one of Vijayanand's best work. So as a Sahib Bibi or Gulam, I love to remake. So I'm just saying that I like to make different kinds of movies. I love mythology because I grew up on Amar Chitra Katha. So you know, and I like to I love to make an out and out glamour film also, which I think is what our next film is all about. So so different films. I don't want to be typecast as a producer that I only make a kind of films because I come from a world of glamour. And that's what my, you know, but I've also worked with films like Satya or Ashoka, and all my three films actually are, so it's good to do different
I just think that at the heart of it, you're somebody who loves cinema.
That's right.
That's why it comes very naturally
so, like
to
Shavana ji said in our interview recently, she said that Manisha knows like Manmohan Desai and you know, but like Yash Chopra and all of that, but also loves Ankur and you know, and she knows that because I've worked closely with her for many years. So I think that's what it is.
I think he, as a producer, is a very brave producer. he's a bahadur man. He's like कि चलो
No, that you have to give it for
give it to
this
him.
one.
Undoubtedly.
sure.
There's no two ways about it.
I mean, that's the only way to do it, no?
Yeah.
I think, yeah.
Fair. The last one coming our way, guys. And so we as journalists, we always get bombarded by PRs saying, hey, this is the headline you put. We don't like this headline. So I have decided to give each one of y'all a chance to write your own headline today. So if you had to write your own headline today and you had to write your
For
own
the
headline
film? For life?
for you as a character, for you as a person, Vijay Varma, what would your headline be? Please think of your headlines, guys. What would your headline be, Vijay, for today?
The man who ventured into chaos and found some wisdom.
Loves it. Sir.
वक्त अपना भी आएगा नासिर, नासिर शायर का नाम है कि वक्त अपना भी आएगा नासिर, गम ना कर, जिंदगी पड़ी है अभी.
Nice. Go for it.
Cinemas, my headline would be cinema is my first love.
Woo! Love it. Thank you so much, guys.
Or
That
maybe,
was-
cinema is my love forever.
Ooh, we
Eternal love.
But thank you so much, guys. That was my time with you guys.
Thank you.
All the very best for
Thank you
Gustat,
so much.
Ish. Because like I said, this one feels like, you know, cozy and that warm hug
Yeah.
that we miss. And I hope...
Perfect film है सर्दियों के लिए.
है ना? काफी
Perfect
amazing.
film है.
आप पर्दे वाली चाय पियोगे, फिल्म को देखोगे,
शॉल
शॉर्ट्स
पहनोगे
लोगे.
मेरी तरह.
Cute only.
Yeah.
But thank you so much, guys. All the very best for Gustat, Ish. I'm
Thank
going to
you
see you
so
guys
much.
super soon. Till then, this one is a wrap.